to tier 3. Um, I'm here with Kubi.
Hello.
Say hello, Kubi.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, there was a slight delay, which I'll partially say was my fault at making the lobby. So I apologize for that.
I'll agree with that one.
Yeah. So we're here for the classic car season. As you can see with the Branch TV 2009 car. You can actually hear it as well.
It sounds amazing, yeah.
It does sound very good. So as you can see, we don't have a good camera angle right now. Now we do. Uh, so Kubi, what do you think of these cars?
I'll be honest, I like these cars quite a lot. Mainly because the 2009 game was really bad, graphically wise. And then when they added these cars into the game, I think it was last year, they were like a DLC and now they're free. And I was like, yes, I want to get straight on that. I love these cars. What do you think about them? I just love the sound.
Yeah, they are very, very nice sounding. As you can see, there's no rain. It is light cloud.
Was it
Which is
light cloud for the race and for qualifying, wasn't it?
yeah, for both. This is because we have a new weather system that I'm going to talk about shortly.
Ooh.
It's we have three options: scripted, dynamic, and real life. For tier 3, the drivers get to choose, and they chose for real life. So and according to our weather forecast right now in Interlagos, it is light clouds. So yeah, we got that in the race now.
But
It's a new addition for our upcoming season in F1. This is just a little Christmas tournament, if you can just call it that. Um, yeah, it should work pretty well, the weather system.
yeah, it's
Um,
something new as well, so hopefully it works out
it
quite
is
well.
something new.
Because it tells you before, doesn't it, as well? The race, the weather. Oh, well, you know anyway,
Yeah, you get
briefly.
to know before the race, which also means that drivers could practice in these conditions.
Because real life, does that mean like real life as it's in Interlagos right now? Or
As in Interlagos right now, yeah,
wow, oh, that's quite cool. That's a really cool addition. I like that.
it
Just
is cool. With this new season, obviously we get new lineups, new tiers. This is the first ever tier 3 race with this. Ooh, with this tier as Gecko goes for a little spin, little pirouette.
testing the grass on the outside there.
Yeah, that was quite a nice
Oh,
360.
another car
Oh,
went
and that's
flying.
another car. Yeah.
Who was that? Was that
Um.
Javuel? Yeah.
I. Th yeah, I think it was.
The Dutchman going for a little spin there as well. Also testing the grass on the outside, I presume.
So this season, new season of course, new tiers. You can have a look. Mainly, I think our surprise is Philodor. Used to be tier 1, if you know. And another person, Beans, also from tier 2. I mean, from tier 2, and from Nesto, also from tier 2.
Yeah, sorry.
The Ritzy Buffalo, if you he's back from the land of the banned, so he's been unbanned, and this is his first race back. I do hope that he's improved and doesn't crash that much.
But what did he get banned for exactly?
He got banned. I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into detail. Basically, just had a little bit of collision with a couple of drivers. Another person, Lodge, Bodja, and Neso Leclerc,
Yes.
both coming from tier 2, both being dropped into this new tier 3.
But is tier 3 gonna be more of a proving ground now that there's a T4, or how's that gonna work now then?
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you guys about it. Tier 4, brand new to ABS. First time we had 4 tiers here. I mean, our regular viewers will know. Ooh, that's quite a spin. That tier 3 is supposed to be on Mondays. It's been changed to Sunday now. Sunday 7 BST, not 7:20 or 7:30. We had a little bit of delay.
Yes.
Um yeah. Well, yeah, it's been changed basically, and Monday is now for tier 4. So if you have a look, if you're on PC, you can see on Twitch schedule that I've made. You can see all the upcoming streams. Ignore F2, that's been shut down, or it won't be continued anymore.
So F2's been discontinued.
Yesterday, yeah, discontinued.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. In a way.
Alright.
I mean, what we've got
Moving on.
around 11.5 minutes left. 13 drivers have set a time. But I think it's quite competitive so far. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it is. We're hoping for a better season than last season. We're hoping for a cleaner lineup, clean races. Um, moving on. What, Kubi? What would be your top 5 drivers?
Oof.
Your predictions.
So I know that Hissy, last season, well, near the end of the season in Interlagos and Arena was doing quite well. So I'm saying he might be up there. Um, who else? We got Leclerc. I'd say Leclerc's quite good as well. He got dropped. Jasper, definitely quite a good driver, really quick. He's one to watch out there. XD lost missed, and I think no one knew. Charlie's retired as well, by the way. What happened there? Did he
Yeah, I
just?
caught that on stream. Charlie's spun.
Indeed, he has. How has he spun?
Uh, I'm not quite sure. I wasn't really looking, but I just heard it.
I just saw him. I think spin into the distance. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
same
mean,
as.
Beans as well. Hopefully, he can bounce back from his misfortunes last season because he didn't really put on too much of a show. But you know, I've got high hopes for him today.
Yeah. Um, moving on to the calendar for our classic cars season, as history invalidates his lap. The classic car season consists of 4 races at 4 different circuits. I explained this in tier 1 if you were there, but if you weren't, I'll explain it again. So we got 4 races, including this. Yeah, including this one. So we got 29th of November. That's today.
Yes.
With the at Brazil, with the GP 2009. And next week we'll be driving at Spa, McLaren 88, 1988 that is. Quite a tricky car to drive. Then we got, of course, Monza, Ferrari F 2004.
That was
Obviously,
that was a dominant car. That one.
that was a dominant car. Obviously, we couldn't miss that. And then we're going to Japan the week after Monza, where we'll be driving McLaren 98.
That's going to be interesting. But anyway, all these classic cars are quite hard to drive. Especially going to be that S section, the little at the start of Suzuka. That's going to be quite a tricky one for the drivers to master.
Yeah. Um, these cars obviously less downforce than the real cars.
Oh yeah.
There's not really this Braun car in particular with the traction, but the other car is definitely harder to beat with the traction. Um, the 88 and the 98 I think are really hard to drive. The F2004 as well, so tricky few races to come.
I think the best one to drive out of the classic cars lot would be the 2010 Red Bull, because that one was an aerodynamic, what you call it, beast, if I can recall correctly.
Yeah, you can call it that. But the 2010 also had a lot of power and also rated hard on the traction. I think these are classic cars are modeled way that it's harder for the traction.
But yeah, but I mean the first and second tiers were quite promising. So hopefully, with the racing obviously, so hopefully this tier is going to be quite promising as well.
Yeah, I would hope for a better race than tier one, of course. tier 1 wasn't really great.
Yeah,
About, what was it, 7 finishers?
that's not a lot. That was Interlocus as well, wasn't it? Because they all have the same calendar.
Yeah, it was. All these tiers follow the same calendar.
But yeah. Will Tier 1 doing more competitive timings compared to Tier 3? Was there like a
Yeah,
massive
of
difference?
course you would. I mean, the differences aren't that. Um, I mean, XD Lost Mist is very competitive time from him, similar to Tier 2, even low Tier 3 times. So, well, just discard the top 2. Maybe Philip. But from ABRKR and his CR, that's probably Tier 3 pace.
1 minute 10s, the high
So
1 minute 10s, and then you got a 3/10 gap to thermal BRKR. Yeah, yeah, I think I'd count that one as well as a Tier 3 timing.
yeah,
But as you said, it's going to be a lot more competitive this season, obviously, with the addition of a Tier 4. So the slower ones from Tier 3 do get moved down to the Tier 4, which means Tier
yeah,
3 is yeah, it's going to be quicker.
yeah. It will be quicker, hopefully cleaner. So we'll have to wait and see. The main thing I'd say, for the reason of how bad tier 1 is the lack of practice for the tier 1 drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't just hop into this car expect it to be a 20 car. Drive it like a 20. It's much harder.
You got to have a lot of practice with it. Trying to know how to catch it when it gets unstable or going into a corner, how much brake you need. Because obviously these cars have only 7 gears compared to the 8 gears we have right now.
Yeah. Also, they don't have ERS. They don't have an ERS system. Those got introduced in 2004.
They don't even have a
Those
DRS
introduced
system.
by Nike cars. Yeah, they don't have a DRS system either. So
It's a
I mean,
challenge.
we saw from tier 1 and tier 2, the amount of overtaking was a lot less on the straights as well. They were just massive trains.
I was
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, the only thing you can adjust is the fuel,
Because you can't do
and
any
obviously brake bias and differential.
because you can't
So,
really do anything with the setup, can you, that much? Or am I wrong in there?
no, the setups are allowed. You can change the setups, you can change the levels, but in the race, I meant the way to really like get an advantage is which makes.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an issue, and it's one stop, isn't it? In these classic cars, or is it no stop
No,
sometimes?
there's no mandatory stop.
Yeah,
There's only one compound.
which is obviously the dries.
Yeah, the dries. It's literally labeled the dries. So there's no mandatory stop. Of course you can, but there's no mandatory stop. So we could see some no stoppers and some one stoppers.
But I'm surprised, just like a little weird detail, that they didn't add a green stripe on the tires, like the Bridgestones were in 2009 and 2010.
Yeah, they didn't add it.
It's
I would
really
have
weird.
liked to see it. It's
It
really nice detail on the tires.
would have made it a lot more of a classic, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would have.
But we can't moan, can we? Because we actually got the cars, and as Ritzy
no.
goes for another spin in turn 1, another one testing the grass.
Whoa!
Fielders retired. What happened there? Wow!
Yeah, that was massive.
Was that like the X of turn 5? Was that the one? Was that?
Beans? Beans has been caught out as well.
Wow. So 3 minutes left on the clock, and people are pushing like hell, hell out here right now, trying to put in a lap time. Cause Lost
Yeah,
missed. Yeah.
I think just Dylan just got passed through there. He had to avoid all the damage. Boasting is on, so I'm not sure what's happened.
But yeah, Lexi Lost Miss has got a massive advantage over everybody. 4/10 is the gap. As Dylan goes 0.06 of a second slower than his banker lap time. Uh,
Yeah, Lost Mist is really quick, and so is Phil. So the admins might have a look at that later, and we'll see in the race. But if they're really that competitive,
I mean,
they
what
might
is
change
it?
some tiers.
The team managers, not the team managers, the team leaders actually would love to have some like dominant drivers in these lower tiers because that means that they can get more constructors and driver wins, driver
Yes, they
titles.
would, but you have to consider that it has to be fair. Everybody has to be on the same, about the same level of pace. Otherwise, it's unfair for the other drivers.
Oh yeah, obviously,
So,
yeah.
yeah, obviously team leaders will want the best, but
We
you have to
cannot
also
we
consider.
can't have a Lewis Hamilton in a tier three, can we? Realistically.
I mean, I wouldn't say a Lewis Hamilton. I would say a field of Giovinazzi's and Lewis Hamilton. Then you can't. You gotta you gotta change it up a bit. It's only classic car season,
Yeah.
Christmas tournament. So there's still time to change. There's still time to change it, change the tiers, and
It's like a
yeah,
testing ground, as was mentioned earlier,
you could call it a testing ground.
or testing like kind of competition tournament, pretty much.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Gonna be important, yeah.
But
But
it is also a championship and everything. You still do get awarded a champion.
that's the most important part, isn't it? But yeah, a minute's left on the clock. Top three: Exilos Mist, Fieldrum, and Thermal BRKR. 4 tenths split the top three at the moment, and then it's quite close between the top 10, pretty much from third to 10th. It's around 6 tenths, pretty much. It's really close.
Yeah, it's quite close between these ones.
Like
So
6 tenths is
we
literally
can
how
say
quickly you get on the power, for example, or how sharp you turn into a corner. It's literally nothing, pretty much. But it can do a whole world of difference, can't it, Tony?
yeah. But you can tell that the field is much closer. Um, I mean, we'll have to wait and see until the race if there are a lot of incidents. I don't think there will be. But, you never know with certain races.
Yeah, you never know. You just never know. But yeah, there was an issue last season with the field in Tier 3 being really far apart as we have finished qualifying, but we're just waiting for the drivers to finish their laps that they might be starting right now.
Yeah, Thermal BRKR just missed out there on the lap. Joel is still on the lap, and so is XD Lost Mist. We're focused on XD Lost Mist here, as he's the fastest.
He's gone 1 tenth
Now,
quicker as well. That's he's quick.
we're until the sector split, and he has gone 1/10 quicker. 1.5.
We'll see if he can
Um,
improve down this straight or if he's going to lose some time. I don't think he will lose some
yeah,
time.
yeah, looked like a decently good exit here, coming across the line. Will he extend his advantage? Yes, he will. It's a 1 minute 9.5. That is really quick.
Even though it was 500ths of a second, he still extended the gap. Obviously to ABRKR, because he's the only one that can improve and close on this time, not Phil. But yeah, Exilos Miss takes pole for the Interlagos race. Competitive field though, I like it quite a lot. I like it. It's quite good. I think the field looks more. It looks quicker this season. You know,
It does look quicker. It is.
looks quicker. Looks quicker.
It's
No,
much
it's,
closer.
yeah, I think the addition of Tier 4 was quite a good addition. It was something that needed so that it could level out the Tier 3 playing field, you know? But yeah, we'll see what the race provides though, because it's all fun and games in qualifying, but where the points are earned and the championships are won is during the race, obviously.
Yeah. It's I mean, turn one will be tricky, especially the start. Um, the cars are quite different than 2020 cars.
I think as well,
Just
turn one is going to be tricky because you have to go from the outside inside. and it's a downhill, and as well there's grass on the outside of the track. And if you get caught on that, then we've seen a few drivers do a few pirouettes, as you called them, which won't help them in the race. Let's be honest, but it
Yeah,
happens.
they said it is a tricky. It is quite a short run to turn one. So if you get a bad start, you will be caught out. You will be going side by side, most likely three wide, because the cars behind you will get a much better start.
You really
So it
wanna
is really important
you really wanna
to
keep
get
it
that good
clean,
start.
don't you? Get out of all the mess, because there's gonna be some carnage at the start, and you just want to stay out of
Yeah,
it.
we saw in tier one how much carnage there was in turn one.
Exactly. Let's just
And we can see already lost miss. He spun on the formation lap. He spun on the getaway. And there's contact between Jovella and Charlie. That's not very nice.
Everyone's just getting disqualified. That's the beauty of racing, isn't it? But I have to say, I do like the sounds of these cars. They sound. Was this the V8 era still? They sound amazing. Or V6, I think it was. No.
Yeah, they do sound very nice. Yeah, 2009 cars, so they were quite nice sounding. No hybrid era. Some people like that. I personally find quite. Well, the actual sound isn't resembling the game. I
I
feel they
mean,
sound much nicer in real life. To be honest.
like, if we go back to like the 2015 games, the Codemasters ones, the sound of the cars were horrible. So the way they've
Yeah,
gone
they
from
were.
there is amazing. You have to give them that.
Yeah, they have. Definitely.
But fun fact, if you look at the steering wheel on the Brawn GPs, they're actually the same steering wheel from the 2010 Mercedes cars. They just took them over, or similar. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same, but they're quite similar.
They are quite similar now, if I think about it.
Because these are effectively just Mercedes cars,
Yeah, they are effectively just Mercedes
even though they were Honda
cars.
built in 2008, I think, for some reason, but they still backed out. But yeah,
Anyway, though, they
more
are lining up to the grid.
the race is more important, as Tony said. They are lining up to the grid. So we're waiting now for 5 lights are on. Everyone's still ghosting a little bit, holding the lights there quite long, and away we go. But no one's gone. What's happened?
Yeah, there's a slight glitch, and
Ginger Ninja's gone.
does does a massive glitch here. Then he's gotten a lot.
So
He's
Ginger
gone before the entire grid has gone.
So Ginger Ninja's gotten a and everyone moves away now in formation. Just Dylan Boy gets a massive start there. Great speed, great launch there in the first and first phase. Down into the first corner, Javel goes spinning in the background, tangles with someone, but it's Exy Lost Miss and Just Dylan Boy getting away very well from the start. Hissy and Charlie both getting a nice run away as well. Ritzy getting followed by Beans, getting the slipstream, and back for the battle for actually ninth. It's going to be 3 wide into the 5th corner here now. This is where Vettel lost it in the 2012 final race of Interlagos, but they all keep it clean as was that Gecko Bagger? Someone is on, someone's gone spinning in the background as well. Not sure who that is. I think that's Spashy Sphere going off in the background. Crazy start from everybody, obviously. But it's Ginger Ninja who has a 13-second advantage over everybody. But I think the stewards might have to look at that one. But I think he's ghosted, so it's fine. But yeah, XT lost missed. Well, as we come up to the end of the first lap, very short lap, obviously. Oh, almost loses it there. XT lost missed. Just Dylan Boy getting a nice exit there. Obviously, going to take advantage of the mistake that XT lost missed had. Then is Phildrum, Hissy, Charlie, Ritzy, Thermal, and Skipsy as the top 9. Down the outside. Whoa!
Oh,
Dylan was pushed out a little bit there, had to go on the grass, and unfortunately has been dropped down. Well, effectively to what is that, P8 now? Or P9?
yeah, you will lose a lot of position as well. He had bad exit. Yeah, as I said, that grass pitch on the right side is really dangerous. You cannot touch it at all. Send your car on
Yeah,
really unstable side.
we're gonna see
That
it.
runoff.
as you said, we're gonna also see a lot of steward action with that corner probably there because he was squished out there. I hope that's what you feel. I hope that's your views on that as well. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
he was squished out. XD lost miss kind of lagging there, so it might have just been a result of lag, but we'll never know.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
obviously. Real life doesn't happen, but you know. Sludge Budge retired from the
Budge is
session.
actually retired.
I
Yeah,
wonder
it's a
why.
virtual safety car now. He's lost it just onto the entry of turn 11.
I'm on with Splashy Sphere at the moment, so I'm gonna check if we can see anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
there he is.
In the
Maybe
barrier.
squished out as well. There's quite a lot of action on the lap one. We saw a couple of drivers spinning into turn one, which we talked about earlier.
Yes,
It's actually green now.
it's not. It's
Behind
not.
XD Lost Mist is now Villager 19 instead of Dylan. This is now in P10, which is not a point scoring position anymore as we're running the classic car points system.
So it's top 8, isn't it?
Yeah, it's top 8 that get points.
I did like the old system when it comes to points because that means you can't have a domination like we've had in the past few years with Mercedes, for example. Because the field was much more closer when it was 10 points for the win, obviously.
Yeah, Villager and Lost Mist, obviously the two very quick drivers that we've seen. The gap is now 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds to Missy. With about 2.5 laps of racing.
Sorry there, Tony, but Hissy's being put under immense pressure by Charlie, who looks to go down the inside instead of the outside. Hissy breaks really early and gives the move pretty much for free to Charlie there, who's just going to storm, I think, now and catch Lost and Phil. Very easy move though, very, very easily given away. As Phil.
Oh, and Phil's gone wide.
Whoa, he's lost
Phil's
it!
lost it.
Phil was on that AstroTurf for way too long there. Or that concrete, I'm not sure, but he was on the byline for way too long. There was absolutely no
Yeah,
need.
that is also a no-no area, and it is actually a safety car now. And who's that? Who's just about overtaking Phil? Just Dylan. I think he just got there before the safety car. Not sure.
Just
Tight.
yeah, just a little in front of Phil. But after what was that? 4 laps of racing, it's amazing. I love it. You know, it's oh, and someone else has gone off there. Who's that?
Not sure. That was I think it might be Grimnesto. Wait, no. Is it Richie Buffalo? Oh no, he's obviously retired. Check race director. But speaking of which, a couple of drivers are in the pits. Quite many actually. Let's see here. Just turn this off. Yeah, so Jasper, Dylan, Eckelberg, Solberg. Leclerc. I'm sorry. All in the pits. And Phil, of course, with the front wheel change.
Yeah, sorry, but my batteries keep dying in my controller for some reason, and I've got like 6 batteries near me, and I keep changing them out, trying to find the right ones. But
Yeah, the safety car is deployed now, and it seems like Kubi has cut it out again. Greckenberg has this decision. Ninja is still in P1. He's AI, and it seems to be a common glitch in this game. If you leave in qualifying, you get a head start when the lights come out. The AI seem to go before everybody else. So I'm hoping in the next update, Codemasters might fix that because it is a complete. We've seen it happen in F2, Silverstone, I think. It's happened again. This time in Tier 3.
Tony, do you think that I'm not sure if you covered this before, because I was gone because of my controller, but do you think a pit stop would be quite does a lot in the classic cars? So say you change your tires, you do a pit stop, does it do a lot for your race or?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think it does. Because the tires, it's only one compound. There's no.
Yeah.
I mean, in F1, it'll be like switching from mediums to mediums. But this is also a 25% race. So the tire wear is also not that great. It doesn't affect you that much. So
So maybe it was the runners without an end plate or something that did come in for a change.
yeah, might have had damage. I'm sure Phil did pit for damage because of the medium pit. Some drivers might have just thought, oh yeah, fresh tires. It could help them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just not sure.
Exactly. But we will find out anyway. Well,
Yeah, we'll find out. Put out the stops here. So Jasper, Dylan, SO, Leclerc, Javel, Beans, Philodrome, and Crimnesto all made a pit stop. So yeah, we'll look out for those.
but hopefully the safety car is going to come in this lap. I don't think it. Oh, it is in this lap. Oh
It
yeah.
is coming. It is quite a late call for Brazil, but if you think about the run up to the pit
Ooh. Leclerc almost hit the back of Dylan. I was on, so I just could see. But yeah, carrying on with the restart. Obviously, Ginger Ninja, he's ghosting. So that means Lost misses the effective race leader. And Charlie pulls out to the side of him actually. So Charlie's going to go for the outside. He opts for the outside, putting XD Lost Miss on the inside. Oh, but XD Lost Miss having.
oh,
Oof, it was a really sticky
and that's
situation.
multiple cars behind going off. Yeah, turn one again. But it catches a lot of people out. Now Hissy's on the side of Charlie, going down the inside, late on the brakes. Charlie just might get that position back, but this will bring thermal BRKR, also known as ABRKR. This will
Name
bring him
change.
into the fight. Yeah, he
Whoa,
is.
big lock up
Oh,
there
that's
from
Hissy.
Hissy. And that's opened the
Yeah,
door
if you
there.
lock the tyres up, you'll lose grip on the rears in these tyres. This will happen in Tier 1 with Jack.
Oh, massive lock up again.
Yeah, he tried to down it. He tried the inside. Now he's going to lose a lot of positions. He lost that position to SOL Leclerc, who is doing very well.
It's like he locked up the back tires as well, and
Yeah,
he just
Philodrome
lost.
and Javel now going screaming up the straight, going side by side. Oh, and that might be a turn from Philodrome onto Javel. Very dangerous there. So Leclerc's just locked up a bit, and that's yeah, Philodrome got the position now.
But look how close he is to Hissy. Obviously, no DRS, just rich mixed fuel down the inside. Hissy leaves him space, obviously, but I don't think Phil expected that from the previous Renault driver. But Hissy not looking too quick on this section of the track, quite vulnerable to some attacks, obviously. Maybe his tires, but now a massive door open there for Phil. He's going to go down the outside, but you know, it's not the fastest part of the track, as it's a yellow flag in sector 2. Whoa, who was
That's
that?
Charlie.
Charlie spun.
That's
Oh,
Charlie and Hissy spun.
I think Hissy was tapped there by Phil.
Philodrome hit Sissy. Yeah, he tapped the rear wheels, I think.
He did.
Might have been a Hamilton Albon moment there.
Could have been.
Hissy might have just left it go up at the turn, maybe. We don't know.
But I mean, the battle is surely at the front, is what we're meant to be watching right now. It's thermal. BRKR is being put under pressure by Leclerc. Down into the first corner, ABRKR has the lead. A little bit of a squiggly exit there from Leclerc. Puts him on the back foot for this DRS straight without a DRS available.
Yeah, no DRS, of course, in these classic cars. It's much harder to stick on the rear of someone without that DRS assistance. But I think SOR Leclerc is keeping up with them.
He's made up 13.
ABRKO.
He's made up 13 places since the start. So that is amazing. Amazing work from. Not sure. I'm just going to say the Monegasque for now. But yeah. But it's a close battle for fifth as well. Juvel being put under pressure by Dylan, who was spun at the start, wasn't he? If I'm
He was spun at the start.
correct.
He got put into P10 for a little bit.
Exactly. But Tony, what's going on now between the two of them for fifth and sixth?
Fifth and sixth. Dylan's going to the outside, hits the grass again, and that sends him into a spin. That's the second time he's done that. First time wasn't his fault. This time definitely it was. Just went wide there, hits the grass, and that's Thermal ABRKO who's also spun.
Oh, that grass is very, very deadly on this Sao Paulo circuit. You definitely want to stay out of that grass, as we said earlier. And there are consequences to that as well. There are consequences to those.
Yeah.
Krim coming up to this slithery middle part of the lap. Krim being put under pressure by Jasper. Krim having to go defensive quite a lot of the lap at the moment. Jasper just keeping it cool, trying to get a mistake out of Krim. Do you think there's going to be a huge factor in this race? Trying to get a mistake out of your rival?
Yeah, definitely. Without DRS, without overtaking, it's quite hard to get moves done, I think. That's Jasper. Oh, that's just Dylan who spun again. That's his third spin. Second spin this lap. It is really turning into a nightmare for just Dylan.
It's like a Bottas in Turkey. But was that contact or was that just getting on the grass?
I think he was alone. I don't think there was contact. Might have been from ABRKR. I doubt it.
I mean, as you said, practice in these cars is really necessary because these are not the same cars as the 2021s, and I think Dylan just can't get the grip of them. To be fair.
Yeah, in F1 cars, I don't know, but might be able to use that grass on the outside. Maybe he just isn't used to that yet.
Oh, I'm not sure,
But
you know.
yeah, practice is very important in these cars. They're not the same. A lot of people think they are, but they're not.
Exactly, different shapes, different
Saw this in
speeds.
Tier 1.
Yeah.
Saw this in Tier 1 and yeah, really proved it.
Krim is still in front of Jasper. Somehow Jasper goes for a really late break into like the second to last corner, because now we have kinks. But Krim's going to give the slipstream to the Brawn GP of Jasper, as is a yellow flag in sector 3. I have no idea who that's for, but down into turn 1, he's going to have the inside line. I think it's Krim still going to be in front of Jasper. Jasper gets a cleaner entry into the corner, and I think Krim's going to be on the back foot a little bit. Coming out to the side, but instead goes down to the back of Krim, trying to get some slipstream. Now side pod, side to side, into the fifth corner. Little bit of wall banging, and around goes Krim into the wall. Did Jasper take out Krim in that exchange for places?
It looked like a racing incident. Just saying, the yellow flag behind was just Dylan, but he's spun again at the same spot.
Oh no.
So he's really not enjoying these conditions. And Krim, he won't be happy about that.
He's gonna be
He
furious.
was doing relatively well. Yeah, he was. He's gonna be furious.
Skippies and just Dylan are going neck and neck now. Dylan looking quite eager to get past Skippies for 8th place, but
Yeah, Thermal. Meanwhile, Hissy and Thermal going side by side. These camera angles are really not doing this. But, Thermal, ABRKR does get in front, but not by much though. They're still side by side in turn 1. Will there be contact? There was slight contact, but Thermal ABRKR just gets in front.
Hiss is quite a clean driver for T3 standards, you know.
Yeah, he is. It was his birthday just a couple of days ago. So happy birthday to Hissy.
Happy birthday.
35 today.
Oh, happy birthday, Lewis.
Happy birthday, Hissy.
Someone spun as well. That's just Dylan Boy retired from the session.
Yeah, he's given up, hasn't he?
Oh
He had a
no.
couple of spins. You hate to see it.
Oh, that's definitely something we don't want to see in the driver, obviously, just having to give up like that. As Exilus Smith and Esola Clark trade places, I'm not sure what that was about. As Exilus Smith got damaged
Oh,
because he's quite slow off the exit as well.
doesn't look like he has damage though, but there's the Philodrome and XT Lost Mist are still going side by side. For second position, this is. Coming to
Exilus
turn
Smith,
one, this is where a lot of people got caught out here, but it looks relatively clean. SR Leclerc has a massive moment. This brings Philodrome into this. The fight for P1 here.
Esola Clark obviously giving the slipstream to both XD Lost Mist and to Phildrum. Oh, I thought Leclerc went wide there because of the lag. But no, he keeps his place. XD Smith still quite close behind them, but I'm not sure what happened because I just saw XD Smith lose 2 positions to SO Leclerc and Phil.
Yeah, just Dylan left the session as well. It's really a race to forget for him.
It really is. It's the first race as well. Hopefully he can improve in next week. Phil had the massive moment there.
Just had a massive moment, yeah. Really struggling now to control these tires, these cars. Look, his tire wear also is a factor.
It is 4 laps left. These tires must be dead by now. But Exilus Smith's getting the slipstream, going down the outside. Gonna watch him closely, see if he gets on the grass. No, he doesn't. Keeps it clean. Knows where to go and where not to go. Really clean around there. Phil obviously leaving in quite a lot of room.
It's a really good fight between these two.
It really is. I like it because it's really clean as well. No Verstappen and Ocon down into the 5th corner. A little bit of wall banging there. Oh, wall banging again. It's going to be a Crimnestra and Jasper situation. It was exactly the same of what happened between Crim and who was that, Jasper, a few laps ago. Yeah.
It was rather clean until that moment there.
Was that commentator's curse?
Might have been. Yeah, Joel is really down the order now. 5 seconds to Philodrome.
Oh, Philodrome spun.
Philodrome spun. That is a long way off the racetrack. He rejoins.
And he's come up behind Lexi Lost Mist. So that's going to be interesting now.
Crucially, he does not have any front wing damage. XC Lost Mist does have a lot of front wing damage. He's missing half front wing.
But I'm surprised. Oh, and he spun again. Got on the curb. Oh, and he's gone all the way around. Nice pirouette there. Beautiful. And he's up on the racing line as well, so he can just get going straight away. But it's not the first time we've had incidents between the top 3. Obviously between Dylan, who rightfully should have been in the top 3 at the moment, but things happen, unfortunately, between the top 3 when you're battling at such a high level. But yeah, Exilus missed in the pits for a new front wing change. 2 laps left to go.
Yeah, it is only a 25% race, so if you do crash out, it is really costly. You do not have the same amount of laps to gain back the time.
It's
good, actually.
Yeah, carry on. It's not the same as Tony was saying with like a 50% race where everything can change in a matter of laps or seconds even. As I think the closest battle, Javel made up into P2 now. 5 tenths is the gap between him and ABRKR. Hopefully this battle turns out clean.
Yeah, hopefully. These 2 drivers are pretty clean. If something happens, I think it'll be...
Oh, Javel gets on the grass! Like you mentioned earlier, never get on that grass because it's very costly, and as we've seen, it has been.
Yeah, it cost him a 3-second penalty as well. He has now 9 seconds of penalties.
Wow.
It really won't help in the position where he dropped down to about 5th place, maybe more.
I think SOR Leclerc is going to be starting the last lap of the race. Nope. That's not him. Sorry, my bad. Really bad commentating from me. I'm really sorry. Oh, yellow flag in Sector 1. Who was that?
That's XT Lost Mist. He spun.
Oh no. that wasn't very good. I mean, there's penalties ahead, so hopefully you can close the gap and jump some drivers. But there are massive gaps in the field.
Yeah, it's gone from dreamland to
It's absolute hell.
nightmare. To a
Yeah,
nightmare to it. Yeah,
it
which is
has.
where you see lost missed here. He
Uh,
was comfortably leading, I would say, and the SOL Leclerc caught up to him. Got spun around and he spun again. He's down and out. Well, he still get points for 8th place,
but start.
he'll gain a lot more though.
But
Crucial for the championship. So.
exactly, it is. You need wins. Wins is the most important part, an integral part of winning a race and winning a championship, isn't it? So, but yeah, Leclerc. I mean, driver of the day, maybe. If we're determining it on positions gained, then 100%. 15 positions gained.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I mentioned at the start.
Jasper.
This is going to be powerful. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, you have Jasper is our contention, but yeah, we'll stick on SOL Leclerc. And there you go.
SOL Leclerc finishes P1, and 9.5 seconds behind him is going to be Thermal ABRKR with no penalties as well. Javel is going to be praying that Hissy crashes or something, but no, Hissy takes P3 from Javel.
Here comes Jasper plays. One position won't change for him.
P5.
Sadly for him, but luckily for Javel, Skips here waving about, celebrating. P6, I think he'll be happy with
Fildrum and XC lost missed. I think it's a sticky story between those two, but should have been in the top two 100%. Finishing P7 and P8 as XC lost missed actually jumps Phil in the end.
that. Yeah, Beans, he's gonna crash.
Whoa! Wait, Beans retired. Wow.
Yeah, he's retired. P9, I was expecting more from Beans, to be honest. Tier 2 driver.
Yeah, exactly. That's I thought. I mean, he had the league race somewhere. I'm not sure where. He posted on his story. Said it was promising. You know, I was hoping for bigger things from Beans. You know, but we can't fault him. It's something hard to do with the level we have at tier 3 now. So we can only praise him at the moment, can't we?
Yeah. I'd say that was a relatively good race. I mean, quite entertaining.
I enjoyed it, and I'm sorry I didn't ask you for your top 3. I completely forgot about it. I was meant to. But would you have predicted the top 3 like this?
No, definitely not. I didn't know the pecking order, but now we do. So SOL Leclerc, a tier 2 driver, taking the win. Behind them, Thermal ABRKR, tier 3 champion last season. P2, I think you'd be happy with that. EC P3. Yeah, they were about.
Should we invite some for?
P4.
Should we invite some for interviews? Sorry, there, Cody.
Could you go through the rest of the order, please?
Tony, we're inviting some down for interviews, or?
Yeah. She might cut out.
Yeah, invite to a party. I'll invite Leclerc again as well.
Yo,
See
what
if
one?
he joins. Hello there.
Safe.
Who we starting with then, Tony? Leclerc?
Make sure you include your audio, by the way, guys.
We'll start.
So we'll start with P1. SOL Leclerc. How do you feel after that? Started P60, climbing your way up. Pretty good.
It's mixed emotions because I think my actual teammate when we get started is XD Smith, and it's a bit annoying to see him miss out on the win because I think he would have had the win had he not had his spin or whatever happened to him. But I'm very happy to pick up the win for myself considering I didn't really have much pace in these cars, I don't think.
Just to clarify on that, XD Lost Miss did I think got taken out. What debatable there? A debatable incident, and then he just spun. So there you go.
I've got a question for Leclerc.
You were catching up to him. Oh, go on.
You're not actually from Monaco, are you?
Me?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay, thank you. Tony, you can continue.
You were catching up to your teammate, as you said. Were you expecting that pace after qualifying? Because XD Smith was quite fast.
See, I thought I had the pace to be like top six sort of thing, but after my crash in qualifying, it sort of was like a bit like, is it like, because I was doing a bit of time trial the other day, I was doing some decent times. I thought I could have pace this race. And then after qualifying, it sort of like, my confidence sort of went a bit down because it was a bit of a silly mistake. I just got a bit too eager on the throttle and just spun in a place where I don't really make too many mistakes in that corner.
Hmm.
Moving on. Um, Thermal ABRKR. Did you change your name, by the way? Used to be
Yeah.
ABRKR.
Yeah, it used to be ABRKR, but yeah, I changed it.
So, P2, were you expecting that, or was it
Uh,
come to it?
I mean, I was hoping for a podium, but like, I dropped down to P10 after turn one, so I was, expecting nothing. And then I got back up into P2, and I'm pretty sure I span out, and then got back up into P2 again somehow. So it was a bit of a weird race. I think everyone just span ahead of me on the last two laps.
Yeah, you got spun out on turn one, was it?
I didn't get span out. I didn't want to get damage, and everyone was just driving into everyone else. So I just stayed away from everyone, just dropped all the way back to P10. So it was clean, but it was just dodgy.
Yeah.
Uh,
You got any impression?
you had a few encounters with the grass, along with other drivers. Do you think that to get rid of the grass by the entry of turn one, or what?
Yeah, nah, these things are just bare hard to control. Like, I just keep drifting everywhere, man. I can't drive these things. But yeah, I'm here for the fun
Yeah,
bit.
bad news for you is the McLaren 88 next week, so you'll
Mm,
have fun with that.
I'll be fine.
Right, one more question. Tier 3 champion, are you hoping for a similar result this season?
Um,
Actual season 4 starts?
to be honest, I ain't expecting to get it again. I mean, I'm happy that I got it last time, but a load of tier 2 drivers have come down to tier 3 now. So I'm not expecting to win, but I'm hoping to be at least in like top 4, top 5 in drivers. And I want to get constructors again like last time. But I don't trust my teammate. I'm in a party with him, and he just spins out in every race. He's he's a dodgy lad. I just rinse him every day for it, and he claims he'll stay on, but
Shots fired.
So, here's you then. For the final questions. Happy birthday, by the way. I was informed by Tony that you had your birthday not long ago.
just yesterday. Yeah, just yesterday. Yeah, thanks.
Happy birthday. Birthday podium then. How happy are you about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I feel I had pretty, kind of half decent pace round here. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with the podium. I'll take that. I was trying to, I feel I had not bad pace, but I was also trying to. I think I lost a bit of pace because I was trying to not get a penalty. That's how I eventually, got third in this race with no penalties. But yeah, so I think I probably wasn't driving as fast as I probably could have been. But yeah, this is like a track that's so hard to not get a penalty. So so easy to get a penalty. So I was just trying to not invalidate, which was good. So yeah, managed to work out in the end. D3, I'll definitely take it.
Tony,
Definitely.
anything?
No, not really.
Well, thank you guys, and congratulations.
Cheers.
And I think that's it, isn't it, from us, Tony, then?
Yeah, that is it. Next week we'll be driving. We'll be watching, I would say. People drive the McLaren 88 at Spa. At least try to. Yeah, that'll be next week, similar times. No changes except no F2 race on Saturday. But other than that, yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, and